I am making a little treat as I kind of prep this next week for being able to have surgery. So I'm going to make some little banana pumpkin muffins, and I thought I would share with you guys. So let me share.
Go.
They want to go outside. All right. Alrighty. Perfect. And they're going to be gluten-free. So we're watching some March Madness. And all of our actual teams that we follow are out. So we're just rooting for our brackets. My bracket did not work. Well, it was operator error. I did not save it right. So, you know. But I'm excited that we're going to be able to do a fun little demo. I thought this would be something fun to do. And let me just share it in one more. All right. And, we're wrapping up spring break. So we have one kid that has a friend over. The other kid is heading back from going to see the Ark Encounter. And we've just been able to catch up. Hey, Tina. We've just been able to catch up. I'm going to put my phone right here. Hey. All right. So, and the one downside of my pot rack sometimes is I can't see as well. So I'm going to move my pots so I can see everybody. And you can see me all the way. All right, there we go. Now I can see through and see what I'm doing. Perfect. Blessing and a curse with the pot rack. Okay. There we go. So, I am doing these gluten-free. I already have 2 eggs in here. I'm going to peel my banana. So, the proper way to peel a banana is actually pinching it here at what we would call the opposite end and pulling it off. This one was not as ripe, but the family had been not eating it as well. So, we're going to go ahead and use it. Okay, and then let me... And usually I end up freezing the bananas by the point that they get this dark. You let all the sugars sit and develop, and it's delicious. It's so much easier to peel, and then you don't have to worry about bruising and squishing the end when you peel it that way. All right, so I'm going to find my fun old mix-and chop. And this is actually handy for doing more than just ground beef. I'm going to mash up my banana so I don't have really big chunks in there. And I'm using our smallest stainless mixing bowl so that way it doesn't slide across everywhere. And I should have plenty of space. Okay, perfect. I know in like banana breads it calls for you to add the banana later, but I prefer when I'm doing these type of breads to do it earlier. And oh, let me grab my my mixing scraper. This is my favorite thing for mixing. So we're going to use the can opener. I'm going to use a can of pumpkin. So there's 2 little spots. It opens and closes, and then you have these little pinchers right here, okay? So you're going to lay it on the can like this on the edge. Go clockwise to lock it in place. And then keep going clockwise until you go all the way around the can at least once. Old cans, sometimes you'll have to go around some, or if they're mangled, or cheapy ones, but got around once, counterclockwise to unlock, and then use my little pinchers and pull up. So, no cans, no lids falling into the can, smooth sides, both edges, so kids are safe for them to use. And then it's safe for your scrapers to go like this. And probably am going to need my bigger bowl, but I think I'm just going to add the dry ingredients in the big bowl and then mix it with that. All right, so let me throw that away. I am just having all sorts of problems. All my stuff was clean. Okay. I usually have extra hands. Okay, adjustable measuring spoon. This is our littler one of the set. This goes from 1/8 of a teaspoon all the way up to a teaspoon. It comes apart to be able to go in the dishwasher. Liquids or solids for these smaller measurements. So I'm using some caramel extract. I thought it would go well with the pumpkin and stuff. I used Truvia brown sugar blend, so I'm only using half. Throw that in there, and this is our quarter cup. All of our cups nest inside each other. And the little leveler, I don't know what I did with it, I moved it. And then I'm going to use a little bit of pumpkin pie spice, just for a little bit of added flavor, just to add a little extra something. So, and then I need my quarter cup back because I'm going to do PB2, because I'm doing these gluten-free. And the PB2 actually adds a little bit of good texture and a little bit of added flavor. So that way, sometimes, you know, with baked goods, when you don't have the gluten, it doesn't develop the same, and it doesn't have what's called the same crumb. So you want to make sure you have something that's handy. So in this way, I'm mixing. It gets all the sides, okay? And I have this handy thumb hole for easier holding. Okay. Got all of that mixed together and mixed in. Oh, it looks so yummy. Okay, and it smells delicious. So I'm not using any oil in this recipe. When you're using things like bananas, pumpkins, or applesauce, that can actually go in place of the fat. It lowers calories, adds fruit intake, and I actually think it makes the recipes more moist. And easier. So, all right. Now for the fun part. I'm going to add in the flours. Then I'm going to use a little bit of just regular oatmeal. Oatmeal is naturally gluten-free. Oats are. So you want to make sure if you have the actual allergy, you get one that's processed in a facility that's not using wheat. I'm just going to do 1 cup of the oats. Actually, I'm going to do 1.5 cups, I decided. That'll give a nice little texture, because it's all about the texture with a lot of these things. So then I'm going to use my scissors. I'm going to use some garbanzo bean flour and some whole grain oat flour. That way it's already ground for me. I don't have to ground my oats. So just using my kitchen shears and doing this, and I want to do 1 cup of each of these 2 flours, okay? And I don't have my leveler with me, so generally baking is an exact science, well, an exact-ish, especially when you're doing breads and cakes. You want to make sure, and that's why so many people go by weight. I'm just going to use a Twix-It clip to seal it and keep it clean. All right, let me cut open this one. Garbanzo beans are really, they're also called chickpeas. It's what hummus is made of. So you're going to get some added fiber and protein with using this flour. And of course, it's not a traditional grain. So this is a good way to get some added fiber into your diet and keep the gut healthy. All right, so now I've got that all together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pour in my wet ingredients, nice and thick, and I may end up adding a little bit of water just to thin it out a little bit. And of course I need baking soda and salt. Hello. Can't forget that. Okay, we salt things to help balance the flavor and enhance it. All right, there we go. And I've gotten good at measuring. I'm going to put a little bit of craisins in here. And let me get my baking soda. All right. And I'm going to do about 2 teaspoons of baking soda. All right, there we go. Now let's mix the mix, and then I'm going to, this looks delicious already. I like my batter to be slightly thicker just because it's easier to handle. When you're using our new batter dispenser, of course this thicker batter won't do as much, but I find the thicker batter just works. So, and this is our medium stainless bowl. Oh, beautiful. All right, smells delicious. There's that. I'm gonna put in I have a half a cup of walnuts in here, and I'm gonna use my food chopper. The blades rotate to make it easy to chop, and then you can use the lid or you can use a cutting board. I'm gonna use a lid just because it was a small amount. And then look, comes apart. So bottom, collar, opens up, gets clean in the dishwasher. It's durable. I always say it's kind of like your mood meter, and it's delicious. So I'm actually going to add a little bit of honey using our little baby mini measure-all. This goes up to 4 tablespoons, or which is also a 1/4 cup. I'm gonna do just about that much, just to add a little extra on sweet factor. So this way, see how easy that was to get in and out? No scraping in and out. It's just simple as can be. And we have 3 different sizes for the measure-all, and that really perfect. All right. So let me show you this. I'll have to clean that off later. There we go. All right. So there's our batter. Like I said, I like it a little thicker. It makes it just easier to work with. So what I'm going to do, I'm using the brownie pans. I like to be able to use the brownie pans. I have the oven set for 350. I'm going to use my kitchen spritzer. Why do we use this? So we don't have to worry about propellants from Pam. So nothing artificial. It's just all whatever choice of oil you want. Olive oil, canola oil, vegetable oil, avocado oil has been what I've really liked using. So, hey Heather, it should be really yummy. All right, so I'm just gonna do a little spritz, and I need to clean this so it's coming out a little more of a stream. So I'm gonna use my, what's it called? I'm gonna use my little pastry brush, and I'm gonna spread the oil out evenly so it doesn't just sit. And then I turned it to release the pressure so it goes back down after pumping it. There it is. Okay, look at this cute little pastry brush. It'll even sit on the edge of a bowl, not on my finger. And I'm just gonna get this all coated so that way everything goes evenly. Cleaning the spout, you just use some hot water and run it through to get the spout nice and clean, because the oils will build up over time, and that's what causes the issues. Same with our pans, that's why we wash them regularly. All right, so got that. Oh, hush dog. Okay, so I'm gonna set this here, and I'm gonna turn the scoop. This is the large scoop. The large scoop is perfect for muffins and stuff like this. Just quick and easy. Zeke, Daddy wants to let you out, buddy. And you're getting pretty even scoops unless you're like me and sometimes just don't measure it properly. Now, when you do things like reduce sugar, go gluten-free in different flours, you can't expect the same exact texture on foods because you're not having the same properties. So foods that you use reduced sugar or no sugar, it's not going to brown the same. The cookies may not spread the same. Say like if you're using whole wheat flour versus regular flour, gluten-free flour may not develop and may not have the crumb the same. The moisture level may be different. So just always know that when you're substituting things and playing with recipes some. Because you don't want to have something that you just don't like the texture of, because texture is important. What are you laughing at? You and Zeke?
Yeah.
How's that working out? All right, almost perfect. Now, see, this is the beautiful thing about these scrapers, because I'm running towards the end of my batter. How often are we not getting enough cupcakes or whatever we're doing because we can't scrape the bowls? So now I've just gotten myself this much from scraping the edge of the bowl. So, good, I needed some more in that one. That one. So, beautiful thing. All right. So, I'm just going to take and push down a little because, like I said, they spread a little bit differently. So this way they're starting out at an even, and I can make sure they're all pretty evenly dosed, if you will. Zeke, come on, buddy. Dogs wanted to go outside, of course, right when I'm doing this. All right. So normally muffins, breads, small little cakes like that in this, they take probably about 15 to 17 minutes, depending on, you know, how your oven is, if it's convention. So it's in there, and let me show you my fun little oven rack protectors. Easy peasy, right? I'm loving it. I know, we're gonna have to get you a brownie pan. So, yes, the cooking spray does ruin your pans. It builds up on everything. That's why the kitchen spritzer is the best way to go, because it's natural. But you do have to make sure you wash the pans regularly, because oil can still build up. Sometimes a baking soda and water paste can help with that oil buildup, if that has a problem. So, so that's what I'm doing tonight. I think tomorrow or Monday, I am going to work on making some of the little, actually probably using my brownie pan, some little like egg scrambles. That way I can freeze them and have them for breakfast stuff in the morning. So when after I have surgery, so that way my husband can just warm it up and we can go. And it's easy peasy, and then the kids can have it if they want it. My kids are usually like eating a breakfast burrito type of thing and stuff like that. So, sorry, I'm putting my pans back. I can't stand it. So, if anybody has any questions or needs anything, just let me know. And I will be looking forward to doing another demo for you guys here soon, because I always like to share the fun little things I'm making in the kitchen. They're not always a Pampered Chef recipe, but they are always yummy recipes, and it's fun to learn something a little different. I've worked a lot with trying to figure out flavors and all that. So I can't wait to have that. A couple of weeks ago, we made these, actually for Dave's birthday, we made these amazing carrot cake cupcakes. Seriously, the best carrot cake I have ever made, and it was gluten-free. The texture was amazing. I used some craisins and some pecans in there. So yummy. And I almost wish I had written down the whole recipe, so I'm going to have to find it. But if anybody has any questions, needs anything, has a problem with getting their order in, show booked, anything like that, let me know. We have some amazing specials coming up. It is almost April, and it's my son's 16th birthday coming up, so we're super excited. But feel free to watch the replay, and I am looking forward to talking to you all here soon. Bye, guys.